Peruvian food is unique because it's a blend of cultures like Japanese, Chinese, African.
You guys eat that type of stuff? Crickets.
Not too much like that, but yeah.
Not too much.
Peru is ranked number 1 or number 2 in the top best foods in the whole world.
Wait, chuleta cancan.
Yeah, what is that?
I mean, I never looked like what is chuleta cancan because the last thing I was thinking about it, that was food.
What is up, guys? Welcome to Focus, episode number 21. My name is Louis.
My name is Jacob Rodriguez.
And guys, we are both entrepreneurs. I have a videography company, and I also scaled up an Instagram page all the way to 100,000 followers.
Yeah, and I run a Mexican restaurant chain in the state of Connecticut that does over 8 figures yearly.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is a special day because we're doing something that we haven't done on any of our podcasts. It's something that we kind of been wanting to do, but we weren't sure when it was going to pop up. We were definitely ready.
Yeah.
But today we have a guest on the podcast. You want to do the introductions?
Yeah, so we have celebrity Chef Diego from Manhattan, New York, or Peru. Hello, Chef. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for inviting me.
So one thing about Chef Diego, we usually do these events at Puerto Vallarta. It's like a little private dinner that we do. It's an amazing fun. If you guys want to check it out, go to the Puerto Vallarta Instagram. But he will be making the dishes for our Vida Dinner series, which is awesome. So how do you feel about this whole experience? Tell us a little bit about that.
First of all, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, of course.
I really enjoyed this experience. So what I was thinking about to this menu was to go a little back to the traditional flavors, because I want to share part of my culture, part of my soul, and all the flavor of the Peru. But now the presentation is a little bit more modern. So I try to keep all of the traditional flavor because it's. I think it's a lot of people, they don't really know what means Peruvian food, and they probably think it's kind of like Mexican food. It's kind of like Ecuadorian or something like that. It is no. Peruvian food is unique, because it's a blend of cultures like Japanese, Chinese, African.
Peruvian food is a blend of like also actually has Japanese.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you were saying you wanted to mix Japanese into the foods, I thought that was something that you wanted to do. So that's something that's already incorporated
It is.
In the culture.
Oh, that's interesting
It's
to know.
part of us. So we grew up eating like a mix of like food with Chinese or Asian like touch. So for us, it's like I'll something like normal.
Yeah, no, that's completely different. Mexico,
awesome.
you don't see that at all.
Yeah.
Mexico, you won't see any.
It's very like traditional, right?
Yeah.
All the root is very strong in Mexico.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
and it's actually good too. But this is the thing make the Peruvian food unique, like this type of culture.
The mixture, of course. Yeah. And I think one of the best parts about Peruvian food too is it's one of the most popular foods right now. I think Peru is ranked number 1 or number 2 in the top best foods in the whole country, in the whole world. Sorry.
It is.
And so I think that's so great that we get to mix Mexico, which is also another top 5 country for food, and Peruvian food to make a combination of, Mexican, Peruvian food, plus the Japanese, Chinese mixture.
Yes.
Which is a lot. It's a lot for everybody, but it's going to be exciting, and I can't wait for the
Exactly.
menu and everything like that.
Let me ask you something, Chef Diego. What types of foods do you guys eat down there? Because there's a huge thing on like Chinese and Japanese, them eating like a bunch of weird stuff, like crickets and a bunch of stuff. Do you guys eat that type of stuff?
No, not too much like that, but yeah.
Not too much.
No.
What are you eating?
Because, for example, when I went to Mexico and I enjoy like the crickets over there.
Yeah, crickets, yep.
And another type of insect that they enjoy over there. And part of this la selva, the jungle of Peru,
Yeah.
they eat like a worm The name is like
Oh,
suri.
that fat worm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll put it up on the screen for you guys, but that's something that I'll never put in my mouth.
But it is something you really see, right?
Yeah.
I think it's one of the most exotic things.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Those are like
yeah.
tree worms, right? Like tree worms?
No, I think it's from corn or something like that.
Corn?
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm,
pass on that.
I'm not sure about it, but yeah, it's something like that. No.
And guys, if you're disgusted about eating like weird stuff, I can guarantee that if Chef Diego made you a dish and you ate it, you're over there like, oh wow, this is amazing. What is this?
I know.
Dog.
I know it's kind of exotic. That
Scorpion.
Maybe the cuy. It's not insect,
Yeah.
but cuy.
Oh, that's like
The
that. Isn't
guinea
that
pig.
considered a rodent? Like the big,
It's like- no, it's a guinea pig.
A guinea pig.
like a giant guinea pig.
Yeah, it's a guinea
Oh,
pig,
okay,
yeah.
I don't think it's giant. I mean, I think
No,
it's
it's
a regular
small guinea
size.
pigs. Yeah, just regular size
Oh,
guinea pigs.
those. I'm thinking
yeah.
about the
Yeah.
ones I seen in Brazil. You
There
said
are
the
some bigger
Oh,
ones
yeah,
too,
that's-
but yeah, those are too big. I don't
So
know.
those aren't
about
gooies?
I don't even know if those are guinea pigs.
I don't think so.
I think those are just big rats. They cut the tails off. You know.
But I mean, talking about cuy, this is they have like a high is a protein and nutrients. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
it
I mean-
tastes like chicken actually.
Yeah, I've never tried it.
Everybody
but
says
everybody-
that about every single exotic food.
Yeah.
It tastes like chicken.
But it's the most close flavor I can like compare it to.
Yeah,
Okay.
You know?
yeah.
For
It's like
sure,
rabbit.
it's not like
Rabbit tastes
fishy.
like it,
It's not
too.
like it's kind of like rabbit.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, right? Like
Rabbit.
Yeah, I mean,
You never
in
had rabbit
French-
before?
in
I
French-
had a lot of rabbit.
Yeah, in French they eat rabbit and it's something like
It's normal.
fancy.
Yeah, it's like
fancy.
high end,
And
yeah.
we like a cuy, like cool. Like, look the same.
It's the same thing, yeah,
you,
they're
you got the
brothers.
head, you got the pieces, and like look the same. It's like, I don't know what I mean. You know, you don't see the ears and the plates.
You don't
Oh,
see
it's
the-
a rabbit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so go back about this menu. I'm really excited with that. I keep the names of the dishes. They inspire me to create this menu. So, for example, we have causa, but it's not traditional causa. That's inspired in that dish, but I turn in this case like a Nikkei. Nikkei means like Japanese and Peruvian.
I seen that. Isn't that like a fruit or a vegetable?
A fruit.
The Nikkei?
No, Nikkei means Japanese and Peruvian food.
Yeah, it's a mixture. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
When I was
we
doing-
don't call Japanese food.
Gotcha.
And we don't call Peruvian food because they have both culture in there. So that is for us. We consider it like Nikkei.
Okay. When I was doing research on the video I put together for you, I was going over all the stuff. And Nikkei, there's a fruit called Nikkei. I don't know if you've seen the video, but I popped up a picture of Nikkei. So that's
No.
what I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the fruit.
You should send me the video before you post it. To double check because I
I
checked like
should have, yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
what is
maybe-
that?
I wanted to text you about the mousse.
amuse.
What is that?
Amuse means in another language like avocado, like a bite.
Oh my
Something
God.
to open
A bite
the-
food. A
Serious,
bite
bro.
food.
I
Yeah.
busted my head looking for this meal. I'm like, what the fuck is a mousse,
It's like an
bro?
appetizer, small appetizer before the real
Yeah, it's
meal.
kind of like a bite, you know.
Yeah.
It's something you can
Yeah.
eat maybe in one or two,
Yeah.
and that's it.
That makes sense.
So
Okay.
that's why I turned this. The causa usually is a huge appetizer, you know. But now in this, I will turn like a nigiri. So instead to use rice, a sushi rice, I will use the potato, the causa,
Ooh, that's
Okay.
good.
and I will
Yeah.
cover with a slice, like kind of like nigiri
Yeah.
with tuna,
Yeah.
and now we combine the ceviche to prepare like this kind of like mayo. So that would be like a cevichado sauce. and-
Okay.
Got me hungry. Got me hungry.
Guys, and by the way, by the time people watch this podcast, they're already going to experience all your food. So if you guys are watching this, tell us about your experience with the food. What was your favorite dish from the Vida Dinner series? And rate it. Give it a rate. I'm pretty sure Chef Diego is going to kill it tonight. So full confidence. You know, there's one question I do want to ask you for the dessert. What was the name of the dessert again?
Suspiro.
Suspiro. That's like a little. I looked them up. I don't know if it's what we're talking about. It's like a little hard candy, right?
That's not.
No? What is it? Damn,
You gotta start asking more questions,
Bro,
Luis.
I appreciate that.
bro, that video.
time.
That video. No wonder that video didn't get any views.
I love the video, that and everything is
I
good.
appreciate
It's
that.
good.
Yeah.
But I understand it's a lot of like terms which is no popular. It's not like
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no definition to it, exactly,
and it's
yeah.
a little hard. And a lot of the names pretty similar to other
Yeah.
words too, so that can come.
So what is a
confuse you.
suspiro? By the way, I'm gonna post my definite what I thought was suspiro and what's
reality of it.
I'm gonna show you what I posted on the video. What is suspiro?
Let's hear I want to start or you will start?
No, you already said what it was. It was like a hard little candy.
You thought it was, yeah.
Suspiro is a dessert. It's a dessert and it's made with basic an egg. We separate the yolk and the white part of the egg.
Okay.
And we make the base of the dessert with the yolk. So we use milk, like
The base, you mean like the bottom of it? So
yeah, the bottom. At the end, turn like yellow.
So there's layers to this thing?
It's not yellow. It's just 2 parts.
2 parts. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You already try pisco sour?
Pisco sour, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
the,
yeah,
the
I
glass,
tried pisco sour,
the glass look like 2 parts.
Yeah.
The green part of
Yeah.
the liquor and the foam is a
Exactly.
white part. All right. You try tres leches?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This kind of like 2 parts: the cake
Gotcha.
and the top
Okay.
part.
So that's what you mean by the base. It's not like a thin base.
No,
It's
no,
like
no, no,
a
no.
whole layer
Yeah,
at the bottom.
yeah.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like dulce de leche.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like dulce de leche in the base.
Yeah.
And then we prepare merengue with a clear
Merengue.
we prepare a merengue and we put this on top of that. So when it's cold, it's a little firm enough to put the merengue on top.
Okay.
And this is the classic traditional way.
Yeah.
All right. So one more time, I inspire in that dessert, but I didn't actually make that traditional presentation.
When you say you inspire, what do you mean by that? Like your inspiration was for the dish?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
Mhm. I say it right, the word?
Yeah.
No, you did. I just wanted to make sure.
You
Yeah.
want to clarify. Yeah. No, you said it good. You said
Yeah, I
it good.
speak
Jeff.
Spanish. Just to let you know, I speak Spanish.
I do want to
so
say
I'm
something.
sorry
Even if I do understand you, I always want to repeat so people will understand it. Because there's some people who are gonna watch and be like, "Oh, what does that mean?"
Yeah,
So
maybe you need-
I always think like a viewer, like how they.
Let's
think
put subtitles, especially when I say something. because-
Yeah, no,
So-
this is all gonna have subtitles and everything like that to make it nice and easy. for
Ain't no
everyone.
way, bro.
Luis,
So-
you got
That's
a lot of
gonna-
work to do.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I'll do my best. The last podcast, I don't know if you guys noticed, it was pretty. I made it a way different. A lot more edits
different
and
style
stuff.
and everything like that, modernizing it a little bit. We want to change it up for you guys, make it a little shorter, make it a little bit more interesting, so you guys could stay intact with it. This. What was it? 17 minutes long. This last podcast.
Like 15, 16.
15 minutes long. Yeah, so it's much easier for people to watch and everything like that. But it's so interesting hearing how
Different cultures.
different cultures
Yeah.
from Peru and Japanese and sashimi and all these different types of cuts. And when I first met Chef Diego, I went to an event in New York, and it was at Mayajuel, and he made a ceviche, and oh my god, was that tiradito or ceviche?
No, that was ceviche.
Ceviche. Oh
Yeah,
my
and
god.
Isn't
Amazing.
ceviche like the #1 food down there in Peru?
It's
like the
it's
most common.
one of the most popular.
Yeah,
the traditional.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's because it's famous around the world
Yeah.
too.
Well, everyone has a ceviche.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ecuador
yeah?
has a ceviche. Mexico has a ceviche. And so, but no,
Damn,
his
do
ceviche
Puerto
was
Ricans have
amazing.
ceviche?
No,
You've ever
like
mentioned-
traditional. No, I went to Puerto Rico and it's like a few Peruvian restaurants there, and they try to combine. But so far, what I heard, like, they are not too like fan of the raw fish.
Oh, the raw. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. There's a lot of yeah.
So they need to make it in a little way, and different way, kind of like Mexican, like
Yeah.
marinate a little bit more to
Cook it, the
it,
seafood
cook it.
and everything like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
What we eat a lot in Puerto Rico is the mofongo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, I love
But guys,
mofongo.
to let you know, the fish doesn't never cook in the lime juice. It's just the acid of the
For the
lime.
ceviche.
Ceviche, yeah, for
Ceviche.
the ceviche,
It's
no.
not cooked. It's cooked with the lime.
It is not. That never happened. It's the lime juice change the color of the fish and the texture and look pretty
Oh, so
similar.
that's a
around it,
myth.
bro.
Yeah.
Busting a myth right now.
It's a
Wow.
misconception in the industry that the
And
lime
then-
cooks the
Yeah.
shrimp, the
Yeah.
raw shrimp, but it just marinates it and changes the color.
And
Man.
in Spanish, we call this like a partición.
Partición.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's when the acid of the lime change
Yeah.
the color.
Oh, I'm learning a lot.
Break the
Yeah.
fibers of the fish and blah blah blah, and that has made the texture pretty similar how the fish tastes when it's cooked.
Cooked. Yeah, cooked.
that's-
It makes it more hard, the fish, you know. Because when you get a raw shrimp, for example, it's all gray, but you marinate it in lime and it turns red and white, and then it's a little harder. So, but it's not cooked. It's still
not-
raw.
It's not,
It's still
not
raw.
cooked.
Yeah.
Chef, what made you want to become a chef?
Food, eat. I like to eat.
You like to eat?
That was, I mean, I like to eat, but when I grew up at home, my mom used to cook. You always extra. That was one of the first things I noticed. We are like 5 at home, and she always prepared like for 7 or 8, and like say, why you make more? We are 5.
Yeah.
And she always said like, but you don't know who can like knock the door. Can be like your cousin, can be like your aunt, can be like your friend. So,
You gotta have a little bit extra,
and
yeah.
every time somebody just show up, I'm gonna say like, you already eat? No, okay, sit.
Yeah.
And
Bro,
so
you don't
she
see that
always
anywhere. You don't
she
see that
always
anywhere.
prepared with food, and that was like, wow, that's amazing. In everybody knows when you go to my house, is food in there. So I have extra food to share with you with no problem at all.
That's awesome. We gotta go
that
to Chef Diego's house.
and with friends and family, you know, the power of the food to be around in the table and sharing happiness and like memories. And it's great memories too.
Yeah.
In this case, for example, for the menu I create for this dinner, we share part of that, part of my culture, part of my soul.
You growing up.
follow my roots.
Oh, I love
And
that.
It is how I want to share.
And I think that's a big part of most Latin America. Latin America is all about sharing food.
yeah.
There's a saying that my parents say that says, I love food and food loves me. And so food loves me. I accept all the food. I don't have any allergies, nothing. I get to eat whatever I want.
That's true.
And
That's
so
true.
it's super important, you know, for everybody to get together because Latin American people are so hardworking. Is coming back home at night, have a dinner all together, and connect and have that connection with everyone, especially the kids and the parents and the grandparents, because you know everybody lives in one household. The aunt, the
Even
uncle.
when you're a kid, right? And you're and your mom send you to the room, but at the end, like, food is ready.
Come eat. Yeah. I'm gonna hit you after, but you gotta go eat.
Oh, after I hit you, like you need to eat. So you're crying while you're eating.
Yeah, you're crying, but you gotta eat.
Yeah. So that's how like my passion started like grow up more to the concept of the food, you know, than the cook. And then I want to go a little interesting, like how you prepare this, so how you turn this fish or chicken like so tasty in the different ways. Because she take one chicken and one day she prepare in one way and another day another way. Like, wow, it's the same ingredient, but at the end it's different flavor. So then when she started teach me about and explain to me, and then she always bring me to the market, you know. I'm security of the bags. Like, stay here, I go over there and come back, and I was like
3 years old there at the back.
Exactly. But that was a nice experience. No, not a part, but the part when she showed me or she teach me like how to pick the right ingredients. So she say, oh, I chose this one for this and that, and because the flavor is better, the texture is better, and that one is bad for this, for that. So like, okay, I need to like learn about that part, and that will help me a lot. And then I was like, you know what, let me do this
Full
on
time,
another level. Another
yeah.
level. I really enjoy it, and I don't know what I want to do with my life, but I know I want to eat for sure.
Eating is a big part
so
of it.
that's when I decided to go to the culinary school, and now the rest is.
It's a different level. You know, there's a big misconception in Hispanic food, which is big portions, cheap food, and it's all for a cheap price. While it's so different nowadays that Hispanic culture, their food is now smaller portion, but the flavors are so intense that even the Italians, the French cannot compare it. They can't compare the foods that we make nowadays. And so I think it's so elevated when you make sanandiados, when you make, you know, ceviches or tiraditos. It's just a different level of flavors. And it's not necessarily the whole fish. It's parts of the fish and small portions, but not enough to feed 10 people. And I don't know, that's a big misconception in Mexican food. I don't know about Peruvian food, if it's like the same thing, like lomo salteados and stuff like that.
The most of the culture, they try to like update the style of the food.
Yeah.
You know, they know the concept, they know the flavor, and like they don't want to keep it, but they want to like
Elevate it.
elevate it. Yeah. In some way, elevate it. Because ceviche now is not how we prepare back in the day.
Yeah.
So this is one thing make a huge difference. Now we keep this more raw because we want to enjoy the fresh flavor of the fish.
Yeah.
It is just one thing in that dish, but similar like that in almost all the dishes in Peru, that is like a new version of that.
Yeah.
Dude, Jacob, you're right about like Hispanics that like large portions. Bro, if you go in Puerto Rico, there's a restaurant. Well, there's a lot of restaurants that they'll serve. Bro, those dishes are for like a whole family.
People, yeah.
There's a restaurant in Puerto Rico called Da Vaca Brava. Bro, you go in there, you order like a mofongo. Bro, that mofongo is like this big. it's for like 2 or 3 people. But dude, the food's delicious, but the serving sizes are humongous.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about Puerto Rico. It's one of my best experiences about food. I mean, in general,
Yeah.
it's one of the best places I've been. Like,
Okay.
love it. And
I like
will,
it.
I will be like next week over there. Because
Yeah?
I need it. But you know what? I'm fan of reggaeton, so I was
reggaeton, there you go.
listening a lot of like Daddy Yankee music.
Yeah.
And some part he always says a lot of words like Puerto Rican words, and
Yeah.
the
You
most
don't
of the time I
understand,
don't
yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
So he say like chuleta cancan.
Yeah.
Or like the accent, the Puerto Rican
I went,
accent.
chuleta cancan.
Yeah. What is that?
I mean, I never looking like what is chuleta cancan because the last thing I was thinking about it that was a
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
So I was in Puerto Rico. And I was driving and see like I saw a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
And there's a restaurant like kind of like
There's like
kinda
outside.
like outside.
Yeah. There's a
outside.
lot of them like that.
And you say what when you see smoke is because it's something good.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
turned it
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
And I saw the roast chicken.
Yep.
Like, oh, okay. Peruvian, we eat a lot of roast chicken.
Yeah.
All right. And they said, like, let me try this one to see how good
The
it can
flavors,
be.
yeah.
I was making the line and stuff. And I see the menu, and then I look like chuleta cancan. Like, wait, I heard this thing. What's chuleta cancan? So I was asking about what chuleta cancan. Dude, that was a huge piece of chuleta.
Wow. Wow.
Huge, like, be serious like this size. That was in the grill like that. They're like, you know what? I want to try that one.
So what did Daddy Yankee want to say with that? You know, when his song, what do you want to say with Chuleta Cancan?
And it's a good promotion
Yeah.
because I brought, they give me 2 containers, one for the chuleta cancan and another the size, the rice and
The
Oh,
rice
it's
and
that
habichuelas.
big.
Habichuelas, yeah.
Because that was huge. And
Yeah.
one order give me like big bag like that.
Yeah.
So like I was ordering just one. Yeah. one
One
size chuleta. Oh, I taste this. And I taste in another place too. And it's good. But for me, that is the best. The best chuleta cancan I try in Puerto Rico.
Wow.
And this is like Carbon Express, guys. If you go to Puerto Rico looking for Carbon Express, this is the name of the
Carbon
place.
Express.
Carbon Express.
Carbon Express, yeah.
Have you tried the pork? Cause they love to roast pork a lot in Puerto
Oh
Rico.
yeah,
so-
yeah. That was another experience too. We was walking in the beach at night, and that was like I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember. Oh yes, I went to New Year Eve over
Yeah.
there.
New Year's Eve, yeah.
I was in New Year's Eve over there, and then it's a lot of party. Everyone is doing
Yeah.
party, and how you say it's a family stuff.
Yeah.
So they was like play dominoes and everything, and they make a
Bro, that's
kinda
the
like-
whole culture in Puerto Rico. Just everything's family, even strangers, bro.
Yeah.
that I want to go to that part because they made like a special kind of like oven. Like they made it. They-
Underground or is
no,
it?
no,
No.
on top
My
of
dad
the-
does that. It's called a chino, una caja chino.
Yeah, it's kind of
Caja de chino. Caja china, caja china.
But they made it. That was not exactly caja
Yeah.
china, but that was the
They
idea.
make their own out of a caja china.
Yeah, but that was with the aluminum like
Aluminum
layers
and stuff like that, okay.
Layers, something like you used to put it in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're
Oh,
talking
I know
about.
what
Like,
you're talking about.
I don't know how to say in English that
Yeah.
like calaminas in español, guys.
Okay.
And they make with that, and they have the whole pig over there. So like, and they look me with my eyes open like that. Say like, you want to try? So like, wait, really? I said, yeah, it's ready right now. And they take a plate and start like,
Stabbing the pig and everything.
so
Yeah.
like, oh my god, they give me like a huge plate with pasta, with rice, with pig. Like,
Wow.
I was just walking.
Yeah.
Just, "Hi,
A random
guys."
stranger right there.
Like,
you know?
yeah, and that was a party. You want to drink something like wow, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's the part what I like. You
Yeah.
know, that'll
Yeah.
make me feel like good doing what I do.
Yeah.
Because I know in some point I can give you one flavor, and maybe they can bring you memories.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I remember this flavor when I was like a kid or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I try to share.
I lived in Puerto Rico for a couple years, like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And I remember that, bro, you could be in your house and a parranda could arrive at your house. That's the neighbors will come to your house, knocking on your door, and the whole family is like the instruments. Have you seen the new Bad Bunny?
Oh,
all the
parranda.
stuff?
You say parranda?
Parranda. The way he went to the houses,
Yeah.
that's how Puerto Rico, they do that regularly. They just go to the houses and they're like singing, they drink together
Yeah.
with their, bro, it's an amazing experience. Puerto
It
Rico.
is. It is.
Very unique.
Latin American culture is definitely an exciting culture. I think everywhere is super exciting. You know, Mexico, it's not that. We have mariachis. Mariachis pull up every single day. There's a mariachi in la plaza. So there's a plaza. You go to the plaza every single
Oh,
night.
that's
There's
nice.
mariachi. Everybody's
That's nice.
drinking. Everybody's getting drunk. And then you have the tacos. Tacos are open till 2 a.m. The carrito los tacos and el taquero. And then you go over there. You have some tacos late at night, 2 a.m. And you have the mariachi all night. It's
I went to
amazing.
Mexico and that was experience was amazing.
Yeah.
Oaxaca.
Oh, you were in Oaxaca.
Yes,
Yeah.
I eat a lot. and I drink a lot of mezcal.
Mezcal,
I think
yeah.
the only thing I don't try over there, that was the water.
I didn't drink any
Yo
water.
no quiero agua.
Tequila or mezcal, yeah.
Tequila mezcal.
I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about,
Well,
Luis?
we
I think we're
wanted-
super
I-
excited about
We
the
wanted
tequila
to,
dinner.
we wanted to get into the young entrepreneur, but I think that's just gonna make
Yeah.
the podcast way too long.
I think this is a
Yeah.
good point
I
for you
think,
guys to
yeah.
have the introduction
Yeah.
to Diego. We're going to tag Diego in the subscription on our Instagrams. You guys can follow Chef Diego. And honestly, his food is phenomenal. I can't wait for this tequila dinner tonight. And it's going to be a great experience.
It's amazing, guys. And like I said, if you're watching this video and you already experienced the tequila dinner and tried Diego's food, comment down below. Tell us what you thought about the experience. Did you like the food? What was your favorite part of the whole thing? What was your favorite food?
Yeah.
But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching this. I hope you guys like this podcast. We are going to start bringing people more regularly and pick some more brains, more chefs, celebrity chefs, maybe some other entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for watching episode number 21. Remember that every single Monday we are posting a podcast. With that being said, we're out. Peace.
Peace.